This is USC Team A, and we will be discussing the effect of culture and cultural differences on Tesla as it tries to break into the Chinese market. We'd like to start with an overview of the company Tesla. Tesla produces a few different products. Even though the company is best known for its cars, it has designed not only electric vehicles, but also energy storage systems and also some solar products. And Tesla is also a vertically integrated company, so it not only designs, but it also manufactures and is capable of installing all of these products. Electric vehicles are the most famous of the Tesla products. These are classified as luxury cars, so the company was never actually worried about how steep their pricing needed to be, or even if the company was going to break even with costs and returns. In addition to this, the company itself was created as an experiment for large pre-existing car companies to be able to determine which marketing strategies and which technologies were successful in an electric vehicle model. So this also made price kind of a non-issue in the US Tesla market. Tesla has also prototyped energy storage products. Some examples of these are their Powerwall and Powerpack. These products can serve as a backup power source. They can provide energy for grid independence or an opportunity to even supply energy to the grid. And they can also help reduce energy demand during peak times, or they can stabilize energy supply. The amount of energy storage is very versatile, and so stored energy can be used for personal consumption or even to power small businesses. These energy storage products, since they are independent of the energy grid, could eventually eliminate the need for so much grid infrastructure. And finally, Tesla has broken into the solar energy market. The company has come out with solar panels complete with their own inverters, racking, and electrical hardware so that 100% Tesla products can be used to not only harvest solar energy, but also to convert it into energy compatible with the grid, and then even mechanically install those solar panels using Tesla products. Furthermore, Tesla solar panels took aesthetics into account. They did this to give the company an edge over market incumbents. So with all of these initial company characteristics in mind, we can focus on how the Tesla strategy translates into the Chinese market.
Now we will talk about Chinese culture as it relates to Tesla. The China market really embraces EV cars. China holds the world's largest market for automobiles, about 28 million vehicles sold in 2016, and has recently worked to encourage the development of a robust market for electric vehicles. In fact, in September of 2017, the country's Vice President Minister of Industry and Information Technology said, "China is preparing to bring an end to the sale and production of fossil fuel vehicles. They aim to use the ban as a way to encourage local manufacturers into developing electric cars." Beijing is aggressively pushing local manufacturers to make advances in EV technology and may introduce new policies favoring domestic players, which could present a challenge for Tesla. Currently, China has rules requiring foreign automakers to have a local partner. These joint ventures with local manufacturers allow them to avoid the 25% tariff on autos, but also forces them to split profits and garners the risk of potentially sharing technology. This has been a sticking point for Tesla, who wishes to expand manufacturing to China without a local partner. China has worked to encourage the growth of its EV market through subsidies as it works to cut its carbon emissions. Chinese culture has a culture of investment in technology. The Chinese internet company Tencent Holdings Limited acquired a 5% stake in Tesla. This gives Tesla a powerful ally in China and allows for headway to be made in the Chinese EV market. This is a signal to the global tech community that China is eager to invest in cutting-edge technologies. "Come to us if you've got an innovative idea," they say. Such admiration is rooted in the Chinese education system's utilitarian approach to knowledge. There, scientists and engineers are considered more useful than writers and artists, and if a scientist and engineer can also make money, then they are incredibly sought after.
I'll be focusing on Tesla's strategies for both the US, its home country, and China, the market it wants to break into in terms of its electric vehicles. So Tesla has three main strategies for the US. First is the no franchise dealership strategies. The second is the service plus strategy, and the third is the supercharger station strategy. As for China, it has two main strategies. First is to decide whether to split profits with China and a Chinese company versus paying high tariffs. second one is to use China's ambition to find a better deal for their manufacturing process. So now I'll be delving deeper into the no franchise dealership strategy. So unlike most car companies, Tesla does not have any franchise dealerships. They sell directly to customers because in Tesla's perspective, this method hastens product development and promotes a more personalized buying experience for customers as their representatives get to more closely interact with their customers. Beyond this, Tesla has also created Service Plus, which are service centers where customers can have their cars fixed or where they can charge their cars. They can also have technicians sent to their customers' homes to fix their cars or answer any possible concerns they have. Tesla believes that it is significant not just to build close relationships with their customers, but also to build quality relationships with them. And great customer service through Service Plus is one of the keys to attain that. Tesla also aims to address one of the greatest concerns regarding EV cars, which is the lack of charging stations. Tesla does this by establishing supercharger stations where customers can charge for 30 minutes for free. Moving on to Tesla's China strategies, although Tesla wants to implement similar or the same type of approach to China as it does in the US, it cannot do so because China has very strict and stringent policies regarding foreign manufacturers on their land. So most foreign manufacturers in China can only choose from two possible options, which is to partner up with a Chinese company and to split profits. And the second one is to manufacture in the country but face high tariffs as if they were still importing some products from the US. To attain a better deal with China, Tesla is now strategizing to use their current control over trade secrets to negotiate terms of production with China. Which leads us to the second point, which is Tesla is also using China's ambition to lead the EV market to convince the Chinese government to allow the company to be the first car company to manufacture and have manufacturing operations in China.
It is also important to note the position of Tesla in the EV market and look at its potential success abroad in relation to domestic competitors. Well, Tesla has a dominating presence in the EV market. It is still in the blue ocean phase, where there is still an open platform for innovation. There is no set in concrete design for what an electric vehicle should contain. This freedom to manipulate designs is due to today's evolutionary stage of technology, where we are discovering new customer needs and functional requirements as new technologies are invented. For example, with the increasing advent of artificial intelligence, many EV companies are competing by including a variety of smart features other companies don't have. However, General Motors and BMW are companies that are already in the mainstream market, since they have been established for much longer and still produce vehicles that serve non-EV consumers, while Tesla has entered the S-curve with only one product variation, its electric vehicle. In addition to this competition, domestic startups within China are trying to catch up. The common link between these startups and Tesla is that they are both backed by Chinese investors. Tencent, a Chinese messaging firm, bought a 5% stake in Tesla shares, which is equivalent to about $1.8 billion. Now that Chinese roots are involved in Tesla, it helps boost domestic interest even though it is an international company. Some of these startups include Faraday Future, Lucid Motors, Karma Automotive, and NIO. Faraday Future is fully funded by Chinese investors, but has faced some financial concerns. However, it was able to raise $2 billion and has come out with products such as the FF91. The model includes facial recognition, a retractable sensor in the hood to measure distances when the vehicle self-parks, and provides a battery range of 380 miles, which is greater than an American drives in a week. In comparison to Tesla, it can accelerate to 60 miles per hour in 2.39 seconds, while Tesla's Model S, the quickest four-door production vehicle, can do so in 2.28 seconds. Lucid Motors shares the same Chinese investors as Faraday Future, but was founded by a former Tesla executive. Its first vehicle is the Lucid Air, which is marketing on its enormous interior in 2 trunks. It can accelerate to 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds, but it is more luxurious than Tesla with higher quality finishes. However, it currently lacks company direction as it is without a CEO. Fisker Automotive went bankrupt under the U.S. government loan guarantee program and was bought over by China and renamed Karma Automotive. The Karma Revero is a hybrid plug-in luxury sports sedan with rooftop solar panels. It can refuel at any gas station, but although it is convenient, it lacks Tesla's high-tech features. Last, but definitely not least, the Chinese startup NIO has released the EP9, which holds an autonomous driving record for circling a test track at 160 miles per hour without human control. It has also come up with the EVE, a family-sized vehicle unlike many EV companies that release small EVs. The EVE is upgraded with artificial intelligence that adds an interior flexibility. In other words, it comes with folding tables and reconfigurable seating, which isolates it from Tesla. Harley from Kelley Blue Book, an online car shopping site, states, "One could argue that Lucid, Faraday Future, Karma, NIO, and all the countless others aren't in this to turn profits. Most are simply trying to demonstrate viable electric vehicle technology that puts them in a position to be purchased by an automaker that needs to meet the zero-emission vehicle regulations. These startups can be seen as in the segment zero phase, as the requirements for this to occur are met. The EV industry has multiple competitors on the supply side. It is an open market with many players. The market also has multiple segments on the demand side, since demands are ever more diverse and changing with new technologies emerging every day. Lastly, the rate of increase of supply is higher than that of actual customer demand because customers don't necessarily know what they want, since EVs are so novel and technology is growing faster than these demands, allowing suppliers to innovate faster. Such can be seen by Tesla's competitors who have latched onto strategies such as absorbing or partnering with these startups to provide useful technologies to enhance their productions. For example, Ford has invested $1 billion in Argo, a robotic startup, in order to augment its artificial intelligence features in Ford vehicles and gain a leg up in the EV market. Additionally, the fact that the Chinese government is very advanced in terms of enforcing climate change initiatives serves in Tesla's favor. Elon Musk has stressed many times that China will most likely offer the greatest and most successful market for Tesla, not only due to the big size of the market, but also due to China's fast-paced sustainability programs. Elon Musk states, "China's environmental policies are way ahead of the U.S. Their mandate for renewable energy far exceeds the U.S. Sometimes people are under the impression that China is either dragging their feet or somehow behind the U.S. in terms of sustainable energy promotion, but they are by far the most aggressive on Earth. It's crazy. In fact, the coalition of Chinese car manufacturers just wrote the Chinese government to beg them to slow down the mandate because it's too much." Support by the government is very important for success in international business, and since Tesla's goals for sustainable energy align with China, it will complement with its laws very well and therefore sell very well.